And we're talking about two different things now. We're talking about discussion period and then a public meeting, which, by the way, kudos to all of you. Outstanding meeting, and that's the kind of thing we have to do more of. It was well done, well handled. You were all great, so was the clerk. Those are the kinds of things we need to do and do more often. It was handled well, and that is a forum. So there, Artie, let's add another to your list there, because there's another opportunity for people to have their say is at these public meetings, or sometimes we do them as workshops, or whatever it is, whatever format we use. That's the perfect opportunity. And yes, people can get hot under the collar, but it's our responsibility to, yes, they listen, and there is a protocol and a process at public meetings as well that I'm sure that we're going to talk about. But that's different than discussion period. Totally different than discussion period. And remember, the discussion period, folks, how many municipal councils do this? Pretty darn few. We are an exception here, and it has worked well in the past. We need to get it back to where it will continue to work in a positive way. We offer all kinds of opportunity for public input, and we need to do more.
John? Another thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 1,000% on that, and I'm so glad, Councillor Ullman, that you said it.
I'm not an old girl.
I'm so glad because you like
much, you know.
I never said that. I've never said that.
Hey, we've seen you party.
We've seen you. We know you really like. What I'm getting to is when we have that as public speaking going on in the discussion period. That's not the forum for it. We create, as a council, the required forum that's needed for the appropriate fire putting out, or to create dialogue or whatever. And in fact, this is the case. If people weren't emotional, then what's that all about?
Yeah.
I believe in people who are passionate. I mean, people who are just like, duh. Well, but passion has to be within the controls of the forum. And council's forum is these rules, and that's not the forum. Have these other forums, and then allow people more openness, more freedom to talk, and allow that emotionality. That's where we got to go. Ruth, you hit the nail on the head. We got to have more of them. That's all there is to it.
Reasonable response.
There you go, reason. Yeah, that's
I don't have to put
Engage.
We go to that?
Community engagement, yes.
Part 8, motions and friendly amendments.
Well, and that was fairly self-explanatory. If anyone has tried to take minutes of a meeting, and you're trying to take down everything that's being said, people keep amending things and changing, and somebody says, but I like this, but I don't like that. It would be much, much easier if the final resolution was either read out. It's not fair really to ask you to do it unless you feel comfortable, but original mover says, okay, the new motion as amended would be.
We go through 3 different amendments here. Let's go back to it.
Or just say, okay, let's drop that one, let's start again. Whichever is easiest, which is again. And then having to try to read it out when you're trying to still say, okay, well, that was in, I wrote this down, but that's not in now. And it's kind of difficult. So, and again, it's just a moment to breathe. And
Yeah, and that's great, because we've fallen into a bit of a trap going through the minutes and saying, oh, this really wasn't the motion. Well, this wasn't the motion. I mean, I've done it, and shouldn't we do it? Shouldn't we do it? Well, we all do it. So,
You've actually done a meeting you didn't even attend.
Probably.
That was amazing. That was a Houdini moment for me.
We're in agreement. We can fix that. Page 1.
so notice of motion. Again, if we could have a discussion on this, I tried to outline here what has been happening is if it comes the Wednesday before the regular council meeting, it's in that agenda. And as I've outlined here, that really doesn't give anyone a lot of time to look at it, to research things, because you get your agenda, whether it's Friday afternoon, or Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday, whatever day you pick it up, it's still not enough time. So if that's how, if you're happy with that, we can go with that. But if you'd rather, what we can do is put it on a whole new section that says notice of motion that says January 1st. Here's the notice of motion that at January 15th meeting this will be discussed.
I'm happy with that.
Me too.
So notice the motion on a Wednesday isn't going to be other than it's a notice. We have comes in Wednesday. We have the meeting on the next Monday. That motion gets talked about with the report possibly
Now, again, that doesn't deal with emergent issues.
That's
all.
what I said.
That's so interesting, but no motion.
I think Dave had his hand up.
I'm just wondering for the notice of motion, and I think Marty, you and I went through this for our training session, is that you have a seconder of it, so the initial notice of motion goes into the agenda, and then at the next meeting, somebody seconds it, which pushes it forward to the next meeting for.
It's on to the next one.
And that way you know, sorry, but that way you know if it has a chance in hell of going through. Because if you put a notice of motion or something in, and even if you get a seconder, and the council says, the majority of people aren't even interested in entertaining it, you know, but the notice of motion is something, now we all have to err on more allowing these things through than not, but it's a good way.
It slows down the process a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's also going to give us an opportunity to get some background from staff on it.
Yeah.
And when a notice of motion comes in and it's become seconded, we will get some information, probably inquire and ask for information, follow up on that. John?
So that's the only bugaboo I have with it, when you just start building the blocks. I love the seconder idea, that just puts it into a formal way of doing it, it goes to the next meeting. But then it's now gone 3 weeks, we'll say. Let's use 3 weeks, and then it comes up, and there's 2 people who are in agreement, because we got to, well, at least to bring it forward. But then it needs staff reports, because we're kind of cool on that around here. We just continually ask for everything, for staff reports. Inevitably, so then we're 3 weeks, so does anybody entertain the idea of there's an automatic comment from the CEO or the staff in terms of this sideways? We can ask for a staff report, direct it to, or whatever, because you're going to debate it. But what I'm saying is it's like, if you're going to put it for the reason of us looking at it and doing the business for all those good reasons I've heard, well then, can we make an automatic that we get at least a 2-paragraph look-see from the CAO saying, I think this should go to the community services head for a report. We'll just say that, just as to use an example. Because I think what we're gonna end up doing is probably, we need a staff report on that.
I just want to follow.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, through you to Councillor Russell, I just want a clarification. So you're saying if they already have information pending from previous reports to the second header, they can comment on that straight away?
Can I respond to that, Mr. Mayor? And the reason I'm saying that is I've used that, I think I used it last year a bit early on, and some people picked up on the tool. You can point at anybody when I'm saying this, but anyways, it's an excellent thing. We always used to use it at the Sanguine, because the fact is that the clerk and the CEO are following the agenda of the administration, right? But suddenly there's something that you want to develop, and it may take a committee, or it may take some thinking, or whatever, and that's, something like that. But the staff's always involved. The staff's always involved from day one, and I've noticed with a few. Am I boring?
I think so. I think that's.
You're like a medium.
I'm thinking is that in fact, I've had a few examples in the last year myself with my notices of motion where there were people who could have made, and I won't look at anybody, but somebody I know very well over there could have really given us some really good advice at the point where we were, and we didn't get that advice for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks later on, and sometimes, where I'm going, this is why we have.
So Wednesday by noon, if there's a notice of motion there's going to be a very brief staff report, whether.
Not at that.
No.
Not at that one.
If they have something to add, they can.
You don't have to.
Can I make a suggestion? This is a font knowledge here. Whenever, I think I've only done 2 notices of motion. But what I've done is I'll call Carrie ahead of time and say, look, Carol, here's what I'd like to do. What do you advise? What do you suggest? Because if we leave it for that second week, to your point, for the staff report, now we're maybe another 2 weeks. But if you do your homework ahead of time, say, look, here's what I'd like to do. What do you suggest? Maybe give them a heads up. Here's what's happening. Because what you don't want to do is spend time with, not people who do this, frivolous notions of motion.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want frivolous notices of motion where, you're wasting time and nothing's going to come of it anyway. So I'm just saying that maybe part of the streamlining so that when